Oftentimes we want to move or rotate a model so that we can extract coordinates from it in the proper orientation. For example, if we want to get airfoil section data, or if we want to output the model in a desired frame or orientation. In order to do this, we can use under the Tools menu, the Alter XYZ Data option. So for this example, we're going to import a geometry definition file of an F4 Phantom aircraft. And once this file loads, we can see the orientation of the aircraft relative to the global axis here. So we see that the aircraft is pointing down the z-axis. So the first thing we want to do is swap the z and x so that we get the aircraft oriented down the x-axis. So we'll go to Tools, Alter, and we will select to switch x and z and click Apply. So once we've done that, then we see now that the aircraft goes down the x-axis. However, it is rotated on its side, so we want to rotate it 90 degrees to the left. So one thing we can do here now is just simply swap the y and z values, select that, click Apply, and now we have the aircraft oriented in the proper orientation for the ZONA codes such as Zero and Zeus. And if we further, if we wanted the nose to be located at the global 0, 0, 0 coordinate, we can do that in the following way. So first we rotate the model so we can access the nose point. Then we go over to the Node Element Variable ID On-Off pane. We select to output the node info by turning on the node, and we click once on the nose. And looking down here in the message output window, we see that the nose is located at an x coordinate of 0.253, y 0, and a z coordinate of negative 0.815. So it is not at the global 0, 0, 0. So to do the shift on the model now, we'll turn off the node selection. We'll go to the Tools menu, Alter Data dialog once again, and we have an option here to shift the model. And there's a button here to use the last selected node, which means since we just clicked that nose point, that was our last selected node. We can select that here, and we see that it'll auto-populate these edit boxes for the x coordinate, y, and z. Now we could also type those in by reading off of here. That would be the alternate approach. So now we will go ahead, since we're going to shift by addition, we need to put a negative sign in front of the x and change the minus here to a positive sign in front of the z value in order to get the model located at 0, 0, 0. So we'll click to add, and it will add this XYZ to every single node in the model. We click Apply, and if we close this now and go back to the node selection option and we click on the nose point, then we look in the message window and we see that the nose is now located at 0, 0, 0, which is what we wanted. So we'll turn this off. Finally, there's another option to move all of the model data in the Alter Data dialog. So we covered the swap model, the shift model, and with shift you can also scale by using the multiply. So for example, if you wanted to lengthen the vehicle in all three dimensions, you could put by a factor of 2. You could put 2, 2, 2 in these edit boxes, click multiply and apply, and it will scale up. Or you could conversely scale down the model. So you can shift and scale, and with swap you can swap the orientation. And finally we have rotate model, XYZ data. So the left here, XYZ, is the point to rotate about, and again there's a button to select the last selected node. So if you want to rotate about some point on the model, you can go select it first from the nodes option like we did earlier, and then populate this, and then we specify the Euler angle in degrees that we want to rotate the model. So for example, right now we're located down the x-axis. Let's pretend and say we want to rotate this aircraft 45 degrees about the y-axis. So we can go about theta and put in 45 degrees, and we'll rotate about this nose point and click apply. And then now we see that the model is rotated, and you can get a better view of that if you go to the work plane. Now the work plane is still based on the original data. In order to get it to encompass the new data, simply go over to the view menu and click on reset, and it will reset those work plane axes based on the current model orientation. So here then we can get a better view and observe that indeed the F4 aircraft model has been rotated 45 degrees about the y-axis. So in this fashion you can alter the entire model data in one go using the Tools Alter Data dialog.